Huh. Right on time. Okay. Greetings. Hey, yo! I'm wonderful. How are you? How's everybody? Hi, beautiful. How are you? Said, how am I feeling? A lot better. Still not at 100%, but even at 5%, I'm a beast. You know what I'm saying? I'm good though, I promise. Greetings to Egypt. You're most welcome. Said you look so cozy in that hoodie. It is my favorite. It is my favorite hoodie. Y'all see me wear it a lot. Like a lot. Welcome to the function though. I'm glad, Phoenix. I'm glad. That's all I'm trying to do is get y'all to that next level. Whatever that next level look like for you, I want you to get there without being afraid, without being timid, without worrying, without looking over your shoulder, without thinking you're making the wrong decision. I want you to be confident in everything you do, because even if there are consequences, which consequences do you prefer? The consequence of you running from what you know you're supposed to do, or the consequence from actually meeting your destiny head on and walking into it proudly? I prefer the consequences of walking in myself 100%, because the only consequences that come from that are the people that don't belong in your life anymore. Like, for real. Said, I'm feeling elated and so powerful. Ashe, give thanks. Ashe, oh, get it there. Said, I can see it changing you since we started. Man, I told y'all, like, this ain't just for y'all. Like, this for me too. Like, this for me, this causes me to grow. Y'all really don't know that I write these incantations every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I write these incantations every single day. Right before I go live, I channel it and then I go live. I'm challenging myself to broaden my horizons and expand myself in a way that causes me to not run away from my magic anymore, because it's something that I was doing, you know? And I'm really good at running. I'm really good at running. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of you. I'm really good at running. Fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the flight over the fight any day. But now I'm in the space where I can't really turn away from it. Like, I can't really turn away from it. I can't run from it. I can't, like, you know, try to push myself down and make myself feel like I'm not worthy of doing it. No, I feel like one of the most powerful beings in creation, and I'm going to walk that. I'm going to walk it like I talk it. You feel me? I like how the music start playing the trumpet right when I say that. Said, while doing these, you are also showing me consistent movement, and I appreciate that. It's what it takes. Before we get started on what today's ritual is and what today's lesson is, I want to tell y'all something real quick, man. Y'all know how y'all be looking up like the most successful people in the world, right? Y'all watch y'all favorite successful people, right? And you see them at their level, right? Excuse me. You see them at their level, right? You examine them at their level and you go, well, what does it take for me to get there? What does it take for me to sit on that level to where my money is generating itself? It's making itself. I'm able to take a vacation whenever I want. I'm able to stop whenever I want. I'm able to do whatever I want whenever I want. And the only way to get there exactly is consistency. But on top of that, the only way to get there is to do 3-4 times what I'm doing right now. That's why I said this is nothing. This is nothing. This is nothing. I'm stepping it up every day because I noticed that I had more excuses against my prosperity than I could build up an excuse to actually prosper. You know what I'm saying? I had so much stacked up against me that I actually thought me being sleepy meant I needed to take a nap, not understanding that my naps were my version of procrastination. There were so many layers in myself that I had to break and destroy and get rid of and I had to tell myself, don't be lazy. Get up, get it done. Get up, get it done. Get it done. Like, what's so hard about getting it done? And I had to keep yelling at myself. Keep hammering away at myself. It don't matter how powerful y'all view me as. I will constantly still grow. No matter what. Just like you will continue to grow if you don't stop. I told you I usually stop at day 12. Day 12 is when I'm like, man, I've had enough. That's when what day are we on, everybody? Day 23 of the 52 days of ritual. I've officially shocked the hell out of myself. Said, not me about to take a nap. Ask yourself this question. If you're going to take a nap, right? Because I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with naps. Naps are divine. Okay? Naps are divine. But what have you accomplished today? What did you do to earn that nap you about to take? See, I had to turn the tables around on myself. Like, I would love to take a nap. I'm a traveler. I get most of my visions, messages, and prophecies from when I travel. So, of course, that was a good excuse to take a nap. But then I thought about it. Am I taking too many naps? What did I do to earn that rest that I'm trying to take? Oh, I need to rest because you burnt yourself out in deep thought all day long. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you burned yourself out by overthinking everything. Now you're tired. You're not physically tired. You're mentally tired. And you believe, although you found the evidence many times over, you believe that if you go to sleep, all your problems are going to disappear. But then you go to sleep, and what's your vision about? The same issue you was trying to avoid. And I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to everybody. This is what I had to do with myself. I was like, why do I keep having all of these strange visions? Why does it feel like it's nightmare after nightmare? And it's because I was avoiding myself in my waking hours. So my sleeping hours, my problems were double. Woke up with the same issues. Every time you go to sleep and wake up, it's a new day. I don't give a damn what time it is. I don't care if the sun up or the sun down. Moon out, moon gone. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Like, we have to get to the point where we have, we prioritize our success over our excuses. Greetings, love, greetings. That's why I get on y'all head so tough. I know y'all be thinking like, damn, he be being hard on us, because I want to see you shine too. The shine ain't only mine, it belongs to all of us. It belongs to all of us. And if you want to be in that position, right? You want to be in that position that you see some of your idols on, you're going to have to work just as hard, if not more hard than your idol. Because the lane that they created, they've already mastered. You're trying to master your lane. And you can do that by being dedicated to who you are. Come on now. Said, and I want more. Then you gotta put I want more in your actions. No more excuses. No more blaming your healing or using your healing as an excuse for you not to shine. Every time I make a point, the trumpet. Oh my God. I can't stand myself. So welcome to day 23. Welcome to day 23 of the 52 days of ritual. If this is your first time ever being a part of this, welcome to the function, bruh. Welcome to the function, bruh. These are all donation-based rituals, so I don't want to hear can't nobody afford it. But my rule is this. If you absolutely don't have a donation to send when I ask for them, I still want you to be a part of this, okay? You done missed a lot of days. Today is a key day. Like, today is one of them key days. Like, you don't want to miss it. So am I giving myself an excuse not to eat, or my intention is to remove fogginess from my mind, starting with my body? It could be a little bit of both. It could be a little both, but ask yourself, are you choosing not to eat as a form of cleansing yourself, or are you starving yourself as a form of punishment that leads from the words or the harsh words that are used against you on the daily? We often think to ourselves, and I know this is off base of what I'm about to say, or what we're talking about today, but I got to address it. But oftentimes, we're so used to punishment from people in life that we feel like when they're disappointed in us, we have to pay a penance for that. And sometimes you make the decisions based off of that to try to, transmute the energy in the atmosphere to satisfy all the cut words that they're putting over your life. So you make sure if you fasting, because that's what you're doing, you make sure if you fasting that you fasting for divine reasons and not to punish yourself to try to equal out the energy of the hate in your space. Okay? Just make sure you're really doing it for you. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about it. Just make sure you're doing it for you. But welcome, everybody. Y'all make sure y'all double tapping the screen. Y'all make sure y'all sharing the live. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all letting people know. Share it on your Facebooks, your TikToks, or your Instagrams. Let's get these people up in here. Because everybody always says, oh, I missed it. Nobody told me, or I didn't get a notification. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. If you're here, you're supposed to be here. Let's grow this. Let's do this. Shouts out to my moderators early. They be working. And T, I got your other text. It can go one or two ways, T. Either, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to schedule her session. It can go one or two ways. Either I can schedule it when I can, or I can just send her money back to her for that session. It's really no problem to me. I don't want beef. I don't want issues. And I hate feeling like I'm being rushed. I have a lot going on. So it's just like, it's whatever. No problem. It's whatever. But yeah, today's day 23. Contracts. Spiritual contracts. Contracts. The word that most people don't pay attention to until it's too late. Until it's too late. You don't even know you under a contract till you try to leave the contract. All contracts, and I'm going to say it clearly right from the jump, all contracts are governed by a spirit. And what I mean by a spirit, I mean a form of intelligence that upholds the defining lines of said contracts. You know what I'm saying? It upholds the defining line of the contract. That's why it seems like in certain situations in your life, you can't get away from something. Why does this keep reminding me? Or why does this person keep popping up? Or I've already gotten away from that. Why am I being reminded of it constantly? And it's because the contract itself wasn't destroyed. Contracts are binding. So we can talk about spells, right? Contracts are spells, right? But they're binding and spiritually, legally binding. Where it's you agree to this. This is what you agreed to. So you must uphold this. You must stick to this. Because if you disrespect this contract, there's punishment for it. And a lot of times the punishment is not being able to get out of the contract. Not that your life is going to hell, because your life goes to hell when you start stressing about the things you feel you can't get away from. That's when your life goes to crap. Because you be like, bro, I just want to escape from this. I just want to get rid of this. But sometimes you don't know how deep a contract goes because you haven't gone deep enough to see the deepness of the contract. And a lot of you sign contracts all the time. All the time. Shalom, shalom. All the time, y'all. Just signing contracts, waking up every day, agreeing to things. Remember how everybody kept saying it's no November? You know, that's one way, or one surefire way to resist a contract. Because you agree to things that you're not even sure you want to agree to. You know what I'm saying? You agree to things that you're not sure you want to agree to, but because you don't want to tell people no, you agree to them anyway. You don't want to deny people or push someone away or make them feel like you don't care, so you agree to the contract anyway. A lot of you got things to do as of lately that you didn't want to do in the first place, but you're going to uphold the what? The contract. Greetings, beautiful. My question to you is, why didn't you say no? Because what happens when you agree to something that you really don't want to do, and then you end up either half-assing it or having to ghost somebody to avoid doing it, you end up feeling fake within yourself. Now you got to hide from the things you're supposed to be doing for your life just so you don't run into the people you couldn't uphold your word with. And I don't know who I'm talking to when I say that, but you do it often. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you don't agree, stop agreeing. People can't force you to agree to nothing that you don't want to agree to. In somewhere deep down, you wanted to agree to these contracts. There are so many different types of contracts. There's relationship contracts. There is friendship contracts. There's the family contract, the contract that we all suffer from. That's the contract we all suffer from because we don't even know how to break familial ties. You know what I'm saying? We think walking away from that is going to break it. It ain't going to break nothing. That's still your family until the contract of that bloodline is broken. But that's an even deeper subject. That's an even deeper subject. You know what I'm saying? And then there's your spiritual contracts. And when I bring these up, I don't want nobody to get offended. I'm just bringing it up to raise awareness of the contracts you've signed that you didn't read in their completeness, in the fullness of the contract. You ain't even read it. There is what they call it, human design. That's a contract. Astrology, contract. Numerology, contract. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your spiritual practice may be, contract. The deities you talk to, contract. You didn't even read the fullness of the contract. Some of you acted out of desperation and signed up for something you weren't prepared for. And now you're stuck with it because you feel like it's a part of your life because no matter what you do, you can't avoid it. A lot of contracts in this world, everything is a contract. Exactly. A lot of contracts in this world are grouped. They're group contracts, which means that no matter how much you turn away from it, it's still going to be in your face. Right? Because I'm about to say something outlandish. Don't nobody get offended because I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about me. When I canceled the contract, because canceling the contract has its own version of chaos. This is my warning to you. It has its own version of chaos when you cancel a contract because there's everything trying to uphold it. Plus, you made it who you are. When you sign a contract, it's who you are. The contract is controlling a portion of you, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. It's controlling a portion of you. Greetings day. It's controlling a portion of your life. And when you decide to break that contract, all the things that you tried to show that you were under that contract are going to try to uphold it for you. So I remember when I broke the contract with astrology. That's right. I did it because not everybody's capable of breaking contracts. It's not a work everybody can do. I'm not going to sit here and say anybody can break a contract. Hell no. Don't even play with it if you don't know what you're doing because you can make the contract worse. Not only that, you can piss the entity off. But I remember when I broke the contract with astrology, it was very strange, right? Because when I broke the contract, I didn't even know who I was anymore. Without that system telling me who I was supposed to be, and how I was supposed to function in this world. What I was, what was wrong with me, what I needed to work on, although I didn't necessarily agree. You know what I'm saying? When I broke that contract, it was silent in my life for about a week, where I was in deep thought and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, okay, now what? And as I came out of that cave moment, right? As I came out of that cave, all the people that I had built that up with wouldn't allow me to let it go. They're like, oh, you did that because you're this. You talk like that because you're this. Oh, you do that because you're this. Oh, you really like music. It's because you're this. And I kept thinking to myself like, yo, no, I'm not. And they're like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. And it still happens till this day. People try to tell me who I am based off of how they think or who I should be based off of an old contract that I used to be a part of. And it happens all the time. I know that was confusing to a lot of people. Like, how do you, because nothing can really hold you down. There's a difference between you being controlled by something you didn't really get the details of and you being a sovereign soul. I'm a sovereign soul. I'm a sovereign soul through and through, all the way to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people won't even let you exit your relationship because they built the plan of your life mentally based off of who you're with right now, who I'm talking to. Let me tell you this, because I've been afraid to talk about it because people who really study astrology, like really into it, will tell you there's no way that you don't have a sun, a moon, and a rising sign. There's no way. And that's them upholding the contract. Okay? But if you've been feeling some type of way about it and you don't agree with it, you don't have to. You were born lawless, which means any contract over your life was written for you. And a lot of you didn't even agree to that contract. You were born into that contract because that's what people put over your life when they looked at your birth date. Same thing with numerology, same thing with human design, same thing with everything. There's a system created out of everything. The system itself is a contract. I'm not saying astrology is bad for somebody take that and run with it. You know what I'm saying? He said astrology was bad. He's a fake spiritualist, your mama. Okay? I'm just saying nothing can control you. Nothing. And once you get to that place, you start seeing the truth for what it really is. Okay? So honestly, I don't know what is calling to me now. You are now sitting in the best position to receive what's actually for you. Because searching, because it can't, let me tell you something, let me put it to you like this, because this is on par with contracts. It can't be calling you if you have to look for it. Hear me and hear me clearly. It can't be calling you if you have to look for it. It can't. If I have to go search for what is calling me, it didn't really call me. I made it seem like it was calling me, so I have something to attach myself to. Sometimes when you're in the position and you don't know what you want to do with your life, you're in the position to receive you, okay? Said you're talking to me right now. I am in South Africa. I've been through so much in my spiritual journey. You know, I will be in South Africa really soon. So I'll see you. Let me follow you real quick. I'm going to check up on you. You're in the perfect position to receive. Can you believe? Because I'm about to say something that's about to have everybody like, what the hell, bro? Even your Akashic record is tampered with when you sign a certain contract. We always play the timeline game, right? Timeline this, timeline that. I'm on this timeline and I'm harnessing this timeline. If you can harness a future moment, your past can be rearranged also. Do you get what I'm saying? So even your Akashic record can be tampered with based off of the contracts you signed today. There are certain parts you will never access based off of what contracts you've signed today. Facts. Let me look, because I know everybody like, bro, what the hell, bro? It's resonating hard because you know good and damn well there's parts of you that you've been desiring to access for so long, but it just feels like, hear me when I said spirits uphold contracts. It just feels like no matter what you do, you can't get access. Tell me when I'm capped. Tell me when I'm lying. Some of you are the most powerful beings you know. I'm talking about power up the hoo-ha. And you were convinced through your contracts that you weren't ready for what was already yours. Sovereign soul or not. Which one are you? You're not an irresponsible, childish, ignorant spiritualist. You're very mature. That's why you don't get along with nobody in your life, because you don't make ignorant decisions. And you sitting there like, why is all my power being kept from me? Because maybe your contract says you don't get this until you do this. It's almost like, yes, you can look deeper into your contract. One way to look deeper into your contract is to start asking questions. Because if you have a true spirit team, I'm talking about your real spirit team, they don't mind answering your questions. But if whatever you communicate with gets an attitude when you ask about your contracts, because asking is looking. A lot of times, like, some of us sign up for things we didn't even know we were signing up for because we didn't ask for more details. But if you ask whatever you pray to about your contract and they get an attitude, cut the whole thing. I'm just trying to protect you. I'm just trying to cover you. I'm just trying to protect you. You don't need that right now. You know what you need. You know what you are and are not ready for. Like I said, I only mess with sovereign souls. You are a sovereign soul. So anything claiming you don't deserve what is already you is the very thing holding that back from you. The biggest question is, why are you withholding my power? And why does it feel like I should let you withhold my power? Why? Because there is a contract. So who are these contracts with? A plethora of beings. A plethora. Some people forced you into contracts. Some people, like your parents. Your parents forced you into contracts. Facts. Why do you think they're so disappointed you didn't turn out how they wanted you to? Said, can it be why our egos stops us? The Greek gods, them too. Them too. Ain't no God, my friend, that stops me from having all of me. But ego, even ego is a contract. You know what contracts you have on your life based off the limitations you feel. That's why you're so depressed. That's why you're so sad. I'm sorry that I gotta go so hard straight out the gate on the 23rd day of the 52 days of ritual. But I told y'all, contracts are my favorite subject. They're my favorite subject. This is a work that I do personally that I absolutely love above all other works that I perform. Because I believe in our abilities and our true nature to be free souls. Because the Most High is not trying to lock you up. You tell me, well, no matter how you believe in spirit or source, you tell me why something you could never be greater than is afraid of you being your greatest. What's the reason to fear you? What? What's the reason? There is none. There is none. God is not keeping you from your power. You're allowing your fear to keep you from your power. Fear is a contract. It's a contract that's signed. It's a contract that's signed based off of your agreement to how other people's view of your purpose in your life path. You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do that. Said, take it to the court of heaven. That's where I go when I do contract work for people. I sit amongst the courts. Yep, the same thing in religion. Same thing in spirituality. Because a lot of people think that they got away from religion because that contract was horrible just to enter into a more horrible contract. Now you really can't do nothing. Now you too weak. Now you're young. Now you're immature. Now you got a lot of growth to go. And the very people that claim that these gods are saying this about your life are the very people limiting your power. Because once you become too great, you don't need help anymore. And when you don't need help, people get mad because they can't use you anymore. I had a whole month of contract breaking just for myself. I said, come what may. Come what may. If my life goes to crap, more crap than it already was, then so be it. But I broke contracts after contract after contract. After every time I felt limitation, I broke the contract and my life improved tremendously. And all I could do was shake my head because I was scared that I was offending something that claimed that it was more powerful than me. Oftentimes, and I hear it all the time, people tell you you should fear God. How useless is the fear of God? Let me tell you how useless the fear of God is. Okay? Let me tell you how useless that fear is. Why would you fear something that you can't avoid punishment from? What's the fear for? They tell you fear is the beginning of knowledge. You humbling yourself before the vast knowledge of source. But what they don't tell you is that you are the vast knowledge of source. That's why you don't fit in nowhere. Because the journey or the mission you were sent on is unfathomable by mortal minds. And they make you feel crazy. They make you feel off. They make you feel like you loony. They make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. Now you done lost yourself. Most of y'all have been in the actual crazy house, medicated, self-medicated, suicidal. You've done everything you can to try to make yourself feel small amongst people you were supposed to stand above. And that's because your contract with them says that you should feel smaller. So when you start smashing and destroying contracts, oh my God. Oh my, how hell raises itself. Oh, how hell raises itself. It hurt me to my soul when I broke the contract with astrology and I found out that I couldn't be friends with certain people because their conversation was wrapped up in the contract I had just gotten out of. You shouldn't do that because you're this. Oh, you're so angry today. It's cause of like, man, come on, bruh. No, I'm pissed because you're getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm angry because you won't let me be free. If the goal of human life is ascension, then the goal is to remove all the things that keep you limited. Bruh. And I know it can seem scary to be unbound. Because being bound feels comfortable. Because there is protection in contracts. But make sure the contract you sign has to do with you meeting your destiny instead of keeping it from you. Spanning out your whole overall being over lifetimes is a trap. I'm sorry. I had to say it. Because some of y'all have literally said, I may not get it all this lifetime, but maybe next lifetime. Whoa! Slow down. Pause. Chill. What you're saying is, I don't believe in my unlimited nature now. Maybe I'll believe in it later. Whoa! Some of you literally said maybe I'll get it next lifetime. I stopped being friends with this girl when she told me, she was like, yo, King, she's like, you're one of the most powerful beings in creation, but you won't have all your power this lifetime. It's going to take at least 7 more. Oh, what? I'm outie 5,000. I'm not even finna play like that. But part of it is having the willingness to be open to all of your power. Some of you are afraid of your power. And so the contracts you sign keep you from feeling all of it right away. Man, I had to get up out of there. I had to get out. No. Thank you. Write that down for me and text it to me so I can post it on my social media. Real talk. Contract should be about meeting my destiny instead of keeping me from it. Anything that's afraid of you being your most powerful self understands that its job is over once you meet your full power. That contract is trash, garbage. If you need to be walked through it, that's different. That's so different. If you need to be walked through it, that's different. That means I understand you're afraid of your power, so I'm a baby step you through it. But if you yearn for your power, and I do mean yearn, I do mean you cry because you know you're capable of more, but for some reason you can't get there. Every time you try to get there, something blocks you. Every time you try to see further into yourself, something makes you feel like you're not ready. You are being tortured. And the enemy looks like your friend. Scary is scary. It's scary. I know. But the enemy is nothing but a spirit upholding the contract. Some of you have felt the full brunt of your power. It happened while you were falling asleep. You felt this vibration take over your body that you've never felt before. But because of your contracts, hear me and hear me clearly, but because of your contracts, you thought it was an attack when it was really you. That's what you feel like all the time. Sit with it. Nope, sit with that for a moment. Because how many times have you ran from you? Don't miss out on Walmart. How many? Oh my God, yeah. How many times have you run from you? Even getting all your spiritual knowledge from Google is a contract. That's why you believe 1111 means one thing. Instead of understanding, for those of you that took the Divine Numbers lecture, that even your synchronicities are defined by you, but your contract says it can only mean one thing. Same thing with astrology. That's why you believe you can only be one way and feel awkward about changing, because your contract says this is who you are. This is who you're supposed to be. You're a mere puppet of somebody else's perception of reality. And it's bothering you because you feel like you're being held down, but the contract is keeping you from seeing what's actually holding you down. I know. That's like, damn, dude. I know. But I was not sent here. I was not sent here to play Earth games. Said, I've been seeing 1111 everywhere and I Googled it. Why did you Google it? Let me ask you this. And this is a safe place, y'all. I'm not judging y'all. So hear me and hear me clearly before you think he's crazy and he's yelling at me. Hear me and hear me clearly. Why did you Google it? Because this is I'll only teach self-mastery, okay? Why did you Google what 1111 means instead of sitting there and thinking about what you were feeling when you saw 1111? Because somebody else's 1111 could mean that their spirit guides are speaking. Your 1111 could mean the way is open. Someone else's 1111 could mean that they're divinely protected. But then divine protection is usually linked to 444. Do you get what I'm saying? Your spirit team communicates with you in a unique way. But when you try to put them in the same box that everybody else is in, you end up traveling the same road that everybody has to travel. Why do you think everything you're going through, you find that in other people? Oh my God, I'm going through that right now too, because y'all under the same contract. Not because y'all tribe, not because the universe is trying to link y'all up. No, you're simply under the same contract. Straight up. You ready for the ultimate contract? Some of you actually believe that everybody chose this existence. Come on, bruh. Like, Because a lot of you are pissed at the source, at God, at the Most High, who I call the Supreme Architect. You like, God, why would you do this to me? And somebody convinced you that what's been done to you was so you could reach your highest level of ascension. And I told y'all, and I'm going to keep telling y'all until it gets into y'all thick skulls, bruh. I told y'all, how the hell are you here for ascension when you come from an ascended place? Jesus Christ. How are you here to ascend when you come from an ascended place? How do you have a heaven and earth connection if that's not where you come from? You're being played with. You're being toyed with. This ain't no conspiracy theory. This is plain thought. This is simple thought. Some of you call yourself an earth angel. In order to be an earth angel, you would have to be an angel in heaven first, right? You don't get your rank when you get here. You come here with your, man, come on, bruh. Look how you're being played with. They say that it's because we're here to help, which causes you to start looking for problems in a place where there are none. There will always be darkness because there will always be light. In every dimension you go to, there will always be darkness. There will always be light. One cannot exist without the other because they are one another. Do you get what I'm saying? In heaven, people be like, heaven is a perfect place. Satan was up there. The biblical one. I know a lot of people, because I told y'all all walks of life are here, right? All walks of life are here. So I'm not dissing you. I'm not talking bad about Satan, okay? If that's what you believe in. But Satan, biblically speaking, the devil, right, is heaven's darkness incarnate. Darkness is everywhere. You don't think you're being played with? Why you think the aliens they don't talk to me no more? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Like, don't talk to me. How dare you sit outside of what you deem a problem and just direct when you could have showed up for the function yourself? I'm not going to say there's no issues here. What I'm saying is to say that you were specifically sent for that as if you don't have your own eternity to live is a screwed up contract. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's immoral. It's unrighteous. It's unrighteous. It's unrighteous. Really think about it. You know what I'm saying is facts. Because when you're not serving the collective, you don't feel like you have a purpose. You could tell me when I'm wrong, tell me when I'm capped. I know some of y'all sitting over there angry right now, but anger is going to be really good for part 2 of this ritual. Trust me. I know you angry. Should I get rid of my tarot and oracle cards? No. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're contracted to your tarot cards. Yes. That's why even your readings aren't expansive outside of the amount of cards that's in that deck or the many decks you have. But even tarot, which is not the subject of today, but even tarot was supposed to be a tool to use in order to update, upgrade, and strengthen your intuition, not be a crutch against your intuition. But because of the way tarot is taught, the way it's taught is its contract. You don't have to get rid of your deck. What you need to do is get rid of how you bond with your deck. When I used to do tarot readings, I swear, before I pulled the deck that day, that morning, I would dream of the cards I was about to pull. That's when I knew it was time to put the cards down. Like, that's when I knew. Like, innately, I was just like, yeah. If I see the card, that means everything that the deck represents is now integrated into me. Hell yeah, I believe in psychic attacks. But a psychic attack is nothing but the allowing of a certain type of contract. Because when you sign up for being a psychic, right? And I got to air quote the term psychic because you're so much greater than that, right? Your abilities are more unlimited than that. But you limit yourself based off of what you feel you can and can't handle. Even your limitation is a contract, right? But when you sign up for being a psychic, What you're really saying is that there's a good side, there's a bad side. There are accuracies and then there's tricksters. And you can't really avoid the tricksters because while you're looking for accuracy in your intuition, you got to learn how to get past the tricks. And this is where discernment comes in. But it's even hard to discern when your discernment is under contract. And when we did the ritual for discernment, I told y'all, your discernment is defined by what you've signed up for. A Christian's discernment is different from a Muslim's discernment. A woke person's discernment is different from a Muslim's discernment. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So who's wrong and who's right? None of them. Because they placed themselves in a system that they were comfortable with. And I say that to y'all to tell y'all to please put the fucking war down. Put it down for a moment. We were never supposed to be here fighting amongst one another. We were supposed to be fighting against the principalities of evil. Not darkness, evil. And evil is trying to control you and keep you from having all that you are. To me, that's a sin. To me, that's unrighteous. To me, that's what they call dark or negative. But we fight amongst one another because our contract is telling us that we're supposed to fight one another. Oh, well, I don't like you because you believe this way. How you don't even know me, nor do you know the details of my contract. Why do you think I was scared for so long to speak the way I'm speaking? Because I was sent to speak to multitudes, which means not only one class of people, multiple classes of people. But it was hard to do so because every time I talked in an expansive way, the classes came at me. No, if you're not talking about it this way, it's a sin. Well, kiss my ass, bruh. I didn't come to join. I came to set you free. And I look like a psycho because of it. Now I've gotten comfortable in my psycho bag because I've had a taste of full-blown sovereignty. What it actually feels like when it ain't hella spirits trying to control your path every single day. When you're not hearing voices every single day. When you're not running into fight after fight every single day. I had a taste of sovereignty and I'm addicted. I didn't know that we were allowed to be free because I thought if we were in captivity, we would gain more blessings in our lives because that's the contract, the contract I signed up for. Said, I'm nervous about being judged because my family makes fun of me for being spiritual. Tell your family I said all is spirit. All is spirit. All is spirit. There's nothing in this world, there's nothing in existence that is not spiritual. And when you open your eyes wide enough, we are right now in the spirit realm. Here we are. Yeah, I know you can't float off your couch right now because this dimension has a different density to it. Tell them all is spirit. I don't give a damn. From your cup of water to the rock you kicked down the street today. All is spirit. Everything is vibrating. Everything has a heaven and earth connection. I would never judge y'all. I could never muster up the strength to judge you when I feel psycho 18 hours out the day. How can I expect you to accept me if I can't accept you? I can't. I shouldn't even expect that. But there are so many contracts you are under right now. The biggest ones are a challenge to get rid of because you don't know yourself outside of that. So you're afraid to step outside of it. But the simple ones, the verbal ones you be signing up for all day, every day, I'm going to need you to cut that short. I'm going to need you to cut that short. I don't agree to nothing. Ask anybody that actually knows me. They'll get ignored quicker than I'll respond. Oh, we are one. Ignore. Because even oneness is a contract. And the stating of oneness, right? The state, because I know somebody going to be like, that's crazy. You're trying to separate us. No, just because we can connect doesn't make us one. I don't want to be one with you and your contracts because everything that I am one with, I am. And I am not that. Even oneness is a contract. That makes you try to gather people that are meant to be apart. You see, the separation of the uniqueness in people is actually what causes us to come together. But when you try to force things together that are not meant to be, chaos is a part of that. Chaos is a part of that. So you want a world full of peace. And so your idea on oneness is peace. And so you go to a warrior and you go, all I want is love, light, and peace. And they looking at you like, I could slap you at any given moment. All you know is war, right? And so you go to somebody that only wants peace and you go, we have to fight. And they're looking at you like, bruh, I wouldn't even smash a fly. Everybody has their position in what they call the grand scheme. Everybody has their position, and you play your position well by knowing yourself, trusting yourself, and walking in who you are proudly. But how can you know yourself when you've allowed everything else to define you? Who are you without all the contracts that you've signed currently? Who are you? A lot of you, it's going to be hard to break certain contracts because you can't get online and say, I am this. I don't care what you call yourself, shaman, prophet. I don't care what you call yourself. You are greater than that. You are eternal. You are more than that. You've been more than that. You will always be more than that. The reason you can't operate outside of that is because somewhere deep down you believe that's all that you are. And in that is another contract. Everything has a contract. Can you still get pulled into a contract even when you ignore someone who's forcing you into one? Yes, because I told y'all, remember, we didn't have a shielding ritual, did we? I didn't do shielding, huh? Well, add it to the list. Hear me and hear me clearly. The reason you can be forced into contracts is because there's a hole in your shield. Yeah, not yet. I ain't do it yet. I'm going to have to do it. But I'm going to touch on it briefly right now. The reason that they have access to you is because there's a hole in your shield. Where the hole is defined by what access they have to you. So let's say you don't really get along with them, but they're able to invoke certain emotions inside of you. That's access. Okay? And when they have access, they can sign you up for contracts based off how they manipulate you through your emotions. Some people you feel like are way smarter than you, and so you let them tell you any and everything that controls you. That's their access point. Some people you feel are more, I don't feel like nobody's more powerful than me, and nobody in here is more powerful than me, and I'm not more powerful than anybody in here. See why I had to jump out the oneness contract? It caused comparison. Really quick, like comparison. Like I'm supposed to stand above because I'm a leader, but that doesn't mean I'm greater than you. But when you feel someone is greater than you, they have control and access even to the way you understand knowledge, because knowledge is knowledge within itself. How do I say this? Come on, give me an example. Knowledge, right? Look, I feel like I'm about to touch something real deep real quick. Knowledge is, what color is this cap? What color is this cap, y'all? On this Sharpie, what color is this cap? Run it up real quick. I want to see it in the comments. What color is this cap? It's obvious, right? It's black. It's black. This is knowledge. This is stating the obvious. But how you perceive knowledge is more important than the knowledge itself. Because knowledge to you could say a bicycle with two wheels is dangerous. Somebody only trusts two wheels though. You know what I'm saying? I say the cap on this Sharpie is black. Somebody goes, it's gray, because that's how I see it. Knowledge is one thing. How you perceive knowledge is the most important, because that's what activates the knowledge in your life. It cannot be integrated until you understand it the way you understand it. That's why some of the things you've read today, some of the things you've read to date don't make no sense to you. Because that's not the type of knowledge that's made for you. Straight up. But when you feel like you have to learn something a certain way, I now have access to you. And I can sign you up for whatever contract I want to. because you don't feel like you're intelligent enough to perceive life for yourself, because most contracts control the way you think, which is why we're constantly at war with one another. And I do mean constantly. Said literally trying to find what stimulates me. Let me challenge you with a thought. Sound like your delivery. Oh, I'm a talker. You know what I'm saying? Literally, hold on, because I'm about to break somebody out of a bind right now. Literally trying to find what stimulates me. Let me challenge you with this question, okay? I'm gonna challenge your whole overall consciousness with this question. Are you ready? Literally trying to find what stimulates me. What if you are, in itself, in its wholeness, what if you are stimulation itself? Are you expansive enough internally to understand that you can be the exact thing that you're looking for? Which is why you can't find it, because it is you. Nothing can stimulate what creates stimulation. What if you are stimulation? Because if you can't find what stimulates you, what you're really saying is you can't find anything that resonates. You know what I'm saying? Which means you might have the ability to make things resonate for other people, which means it's nothing but creating energy and laying it upon things. You know what I'm saying? You could be way more powerful than you're allowing yourself to be. Of course, no templates match you because you're meant to create new templates. You can't find anything that stimulates you because you're meant to create stimulation. Now what will you do? I want you to think on that for a while. Now what will you do? If you're the kind of person, and I'm talking to you specifically, if you're the kind of person that encounters people and they feel something when they see you and you feel nothing, that's because you are stimulation itself. A lot of you are looking to feel a certain vibration when you vibrate harder than the vibration you're trying to feel. No wonder you can't feel it. Subtle vibrations don't work for people who vibrate hard. Hard vibrations are scary for people with subtle vibrations. Everybody has their own section. Work your lane. Work your lane. You're afraid to be yourself because you have an issue of self-worth. You don't believe it's enough. When if you really tapped into it, you might believe it's too damn much. You might come to find it's too much. Some of you have felt your power and have been running from it ever since. No wonder you can't tap into it again. Some of you had previews. Maybe it was on a, this shroom daddy trip. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was from Mama Ayahuasca. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you had an out-of-body experience. Maybe you were stargazing one day and you felt this crazy vibration. You think everything is coming from outside of you, which means you give no credit to what's already within you. That's why everything outside of you has you under contract and is controlling you. Think on these things for a moment. How many times have you validated yourself? How many times have you validated your own power? And if you validated your own power and you doubted that you have it, and you doubt that you had the power you were validating within yourself, that's what lets you know you're under contract with something. Something is trying to keep you from meeting your power. Not because your power is a problem and not because you're a problem, but discovering who you really are will cause you to need nothing. And needing nothing means that nothing can control you. And when nothing can control you, you are considered in a world full of limited people. Public enemy number one. Says some people are amazed or put off by your presence when you love and know yourself. It's powerful. And if they're put off by your presence, remove your presence from them. Because the truth is, either they will grow to hate you, start a war with you, or try to convince you to be a little less so they can be comfortable. take your presence away from them. It's not arrogant. It's not egoic. What you're really saying is, I honor my frequency, so I'm going to protect it no matter what happens. I need y'all to stop being afraid, bro. Stop being afraid of you. Stop being afraid of being empty. Empty, because it's hard to receive you when you're filled with everything that's not you. Stop being afraid of being empty. Stop being afraid of being in an unsure blank space. When there's nothingness, right? When there's nothing, that means there's space to fill it with everything. Everything that you desire, not what somebody else desires for you. You have the opportunity to empty yourself every single day. You have the opportunity to start voiding certain contracts every single day, but you're afraid of what you're going to be without it. Not only that, you're still under the contract of religion that says if you choose to go left, your life won't be right anymore. You're going to hell. You're going to be punished because you made a decision outside of your old contract. Religion is one of my favorite contracts to break, because I can never take you away from God. Never. Like never. Because God is ever present. God is present in us. God is us. God is everything and everywhere. Can never take you from God, but I can take you away from what's been taking you away from God. Making you feel like God is something you have to reach for, when God is always within reach. God is a hug away. Part of the reason you were taught that God was away from you is because if you stay lost in the wilderness long enough, you'll think that being lost is your natural state. I never could. I never could understand that. And I'm like, why isn't God answering my prayers? Because why should I ask for something that's already mine? I would ignore me too. If I told you it was already yours, what the hell are you asking for? God, can I? Universe, can I? Source, can I? Can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Oh, I just feel like it's just not the right time. You're timeless. It'll never be the right time, but it'll always be the right now. It'll always be the right moment. It'll always be for you, even if you don't have it in your hands yet. Your contract is telling you don't deserve it till you go through enough hell. But why would you have to go through hell when you come from heaven? I often ask people, what is your origin? What is your origin? How dare some of you spit and shout to the mountaintops, from the mountaintops, that you're a starseed this, Pleiadian that, Andromedan this, and you come down here. Not even down here. You come over here, because I got to stop using words like down as if Earth is some horrible place. It's just another dimension, another realm. I'm really not from any of these parts. No universe, no none of that. Y'all can see it on my face, bro. But how dare you call yourself a starseed and you act less than your power? Religious folks watching right now, how dare you call yourself a child of God and act like you're not of the Most High? You really walking around with your head hung low, like the template of what you claim to be isn't already within you. So my cousin made me feel like she's the only chosen gifted one in our family. You know what? And let me say this to you, beloved, to put you at peace on that one right there. Let your cousin feel that way. Because what your cousin is really saying on the flip side of that contract, because that's a contract, I'm the only chosen one. Nah, you ain't. Everybody's chosen because everybody has a purpose and a destiny. You're chosen for that. Don't care about this whole save the world thing. The world ain't going to crap. The people in the world are going to crap, okay? But let your cousin have that. Let your cousin believe that. All your cousin wants to. Let her have it. Let her have it. Because in the attraction game, for those that play the attraction game, What she's really saying is, I can handle all the burdens, even the ones that don't belong to me, even the ones I'm not prepared for. Let her walk around with that chip on her shoulder. You the chosen one. Be that. Be that. Be that. Please don't call my phone telling me how hard life is getting, because that's the contract you wanted. You're the only one. You can have it. You can have it. You're the only one. You can have it. And when life gets too hectic, don't call me. You can have it. Exactly. Hold all the burdens then. You take all the generational curses. My life is bad because I'm the chosen one. That's a sorry ass contract right there. Your life is not bad because you're the chosen one. Your life is bad because you haven't chosen yourself yet. Now I'm going to say it one more time. Your life is not bad because you're the chosen one. Your life is bad because you have yet to choose yourself. You're trying to rescue people that don't even know they drowning. That's why I keep telling y'all. Because for those of you that are new here, this is day 23. This is the spiritual contract breaking ritual. I've been destroying your contracts this whole time. Pay attention. We ain't even got to part 2 where the incantation comes into play. I've been smacking the hell out of your contracts this whole time. And these are donation-based rituals. And I will ask for those donations when we get to that point, I promise you. And if you absolutely don't have a donation to send for these rituals, it's okay. I still want you to be here. Look at all the contracts you've signed up for. Remember how I told you, because I'm going to keep telling y'all this till y'all actually, because it ain't necessarily something you can see, right? Because when I say a spirit governs a contract, you expect to see some spirit hovering in the corner saying, don't do that. That's against your contract. No. Sometimes the spirit exists within others trying to keep you to uphold that contract. Because a lot of you have been laying your eyes upon things in the spiritual community that makes it feel like it makes sense. Oh, that's why I'm going through that, because I'm this. And you believe that? You believe that you don't deserve a life of freedom and sovereignty. I don't care if you were sent for the war, because I was definitely sent for the war. But I'm fighting a war that nobody will ever understand. And that's cool, so I don't gripe about it. I don't say, oh, because I'm this, I gotta go through this. No, and y'all been laying your eyes upon that. Even in your astrological contract, your numerology, in your numerology, that contract, same thing. It says you're supposed to go through these things in some way, shape, or form. Even all the way down to your traumas. It was meant for you to go through that in order to unlock it. Let me ask you a question. Maybe a little off bounds, maybe a little off subject, but I gotta break you out of that too. Why did you have to go through that to get to your power? Are you sure you went through that for you, or are you transmuting somebody else's karma? Ask yourself that question. Who are you working for real? Said we are all magical beings. Some haven't tapped into their gifts. No, everybody's tapped into their gifts. Some people's gifts have not been documented yet, because if it don't look shiny, if you're not sitting on a rock in the middle of the desert going, peace be with you, then you don't appear gifted. Some people are gifted in their hands. Some people are gifted with their mouths, like whatever they say resonates and it goes into people and it changes things. You know what I'm saying? Some people are gifted in their sight, literally, not what they see in their mind, but just looking at a person causes them to either purge or want to change. Some people are gifted in their presence. Some people are gifted in their ideas. You know what I'm saying? Some people are gifted in their problem solving. Some people are gifted in their genius, and it's all magic. It's all spirit. But the goal is to put limitations on other people so that some people feel better than others. We are not better than anybody. You have a position and you need to play it like a pro. Exactly. Some people are gifted in their ears. Your ability is transmutation. The fact that you listen and take nothing on says that people drop what's ill to them into you and you cure it and you give it back, empath. Everybody's gifted. Some people have been taught that what they possess is not a gift. So what, you know how to cook good? That ain't no gift. Yeah, right. You should have heard the way the family was at the table laughing and carrying on after I got done cooking for them. Trust me, that's magical. That's putting intention into food. Some of you are gifted planners. You know what I'm saying? You plan things well. It's a gift you have. But because you don't see it that way, you act like it's nothing, when in fact, it's everything. Remember what I told y'all for my interior decorators? Because even y'all think that's not major. Oh, well, I do interior design, but it's nothing. You telling me you have the ability to transmute atmospheres and you not doing nothing? So you telling me you designed one of your family members' cribs, like the furniture, the paintings, all that, right? No, your death dates aren't set in stone at birth. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a big lie. You telling me, no, what you really doing is not paying attention to what you're doing, okay? You telling me you designed someone's crib, right? You planned out the furniture, the paintings, even the paint on the walls, right? Just as an example. They walk in there and they're like, oh my God, I just feel so. God, I feel like I can breathe in here. Like what did you do? Oh, it's nothing. Are you serious? It's because your basic life contract says that unless you spitting and shouting, running down the aisles, eyes flipping in the back of your head, you lighting candles and talking to spirits, if it ain't that, you ain't gifted. And it's a lie. Because some people don't need all of that. Some people just need their atmospheres changed. Look at how gifted you truly are, and look at what your contract's trying to convince you that you are not. That shit got my left eye twitching. Just thinking about it. Yes, some people can heal through their art. Exactly. Some people heal through music. But you don't think that your gift is a gift. See what I'm saying? You don't think that your anointing is anointed. When you got it. You feel like what you have isn't enough. That's why you chase other things. And the other things you chase take you further away from what you already possess. This is what it means by silence. Silence is not getting rid of your thoughts. Silence is getting rid of everybody else's thoughts. I'm gonna say that one more time. Silence is not getting rid of your thoughts. Silence is getting rid of everybody else's thoughts. But how can you recognize what is you and what is them until you separate yourself from everything that they told you you could and could not be? Some of you ain't even thinking with your own thoughts. You're not even thinking with your own thoughts yet. No wonder you can't find clarity in your own abilities. I meditate, but my thoughts never stop. Your true desire is to have your thoughts go along with your desires, right? But when you meditate, you hear everything. I don't give a damn if one of your thoughts is beatboxing in your head. Why is it beatboxing? You know what I'm saying? Why is it thinking the nastiest and foulest of things when you don't even think that way on the regular? Because it's not you. It's what somebody implanted in you through the contract of what you call friendship or relationship or family. And now you're guilt-filled about what you truly want to do with your life because it goes against your what? Contract. Exactly. Said you're not supposed to silence your thoughts. You're supposed to actively attend to them because it's a dimension. Your mind is a dimension. And when you're thinking, you're traveling. Only thing you need to do is make sure the place that you're traveling to fills you and not drain you. Hey, but say that to the people that want to be ultra deep and they'll call you crazy. Say that to someone who wants mass control, then they'll call you crazy. How many times I've been called crazy? But look at my face. Do you know how much I don't care? Do you know how much peace I have in my life? Do you know how silent it really... Feel my home for a minute. Do you see how silent it is? Not even my spirit guides can talk when I say this is not a time for talking. Everybody gotta shut up. Why? Because I honor my space. I am a sovereign soul. Nothing can control me. I am in control of my life and my destiny. Which means if I decide to go left, even if you suggest I go right, it's my choice regardless. How can I learn what to do and what not to do if you're controlling what I should do and what I shouldn't do? And these things that I'm speaking are for those that are righteous in your heart, not the idiots. Because there are idiots. You know exactly what you're doing. You know what you're doing is wrong. You know it's off. You know it's causing you chaos, and yet you do it anyway. That's different. I'm talking about the people that are righteous. I'm talking about the people that don't want to hurt nobody, that just want to live a free life and live in peace and not have all these extra issues, because life has problems. You can't avoid that, because every time you mix energies, when they're incompatible, chaos is a part of that. You know what I'm saying? But like, you want to live a peaceful life, but it seems like no matter what you do, you're always around chaos. It's not because you're chaotic. It's because chaos is the tool that's used to keep you docile. If you get tired enough, you'll give up on yourself, which is the goal of your enemy. Because once you've given up on yourself, I can direct you to go anywhere I want you to. Some of you know you're supposed to have your own business, but you're afraid because you feel like unless you're working a job, you feel like if you're not working a job, you won't be secure. But your job is what has you insecure. Your job is your security, and it's the very blanket that makes you feel insecure about escaping and doing what you really want to do with your life. How I'm going to pay my rent. Why would you want to pay rent in a place that you hate being in? Because your job stresses you out to the point where you hate your own life. Come on now. Vicious cycle. You cycling. Then I'm going to need you to come out that cycle. How can you manifest anything in your life when you're choosing the things that go against who you want to be? Oh, I can't help it. That's because you're under contract. Straight up. Say you in my head, right? You in my head heavy right now, sir. T, don't get me started on you. You know I love you and I adore you. I will chew you out. We do not submit to the things we don't want. We only submit to our true desires. And everything that is not, that has to fall away from us. It has to go away. You said, where are you from? Orun. I'm from Orun. You know what I'm saying? King Soon of Orun. Owner and operator of Orun Technologies. You know what I'm saying? From Orun. But no, you're asking where I'm from here? Vegas. I just had to stunt real quick. You feel me? Like, where you from? Orun. Like, I'm not from around these parts, but yeah. Said it must go away. I refuse to be controlled. Your I refuse to be controlled has to be in your actions more than it's in your mouth. Because we can tell people you can't control me, all while allowing them to control us. You can't control me, but I'm gonna do what you say today. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't control me. Ain't no controlling me, but I'm gonna do that just for today because it's what I have to do. Know what you have to do is set yourself free. That's what you have to do. That's something you gotta do. You ain't got no choice. Evolve or die. If ascension is your contract, hear me and hear me clearly, because now I'm talking about the ascension contract, right? If ascension is your contract, then constant elevation is one of the written laws in your contract. So when you're feeling stagnant, you're not in the right place. If ascension is your contract, a lot of you have conflicting contracts. How can ascension be your contract, but you believe in karma? Because if you believe in karma, the concept of karma says whatever you do is coming back to you. What karma doesn't say is that whatever you're doing is coming back to you, but what's coming back to you, depending on what you did, will push you backwards, not forward. Because guilt stops you from moving. Karma works side by side with guilt. That's why you try to pay a penance for the things you've done wrong in your life, which means you're not moving. You're in a place until you feel stuck in a space until you feel worthy enough to move. What about the laws of the universe? What laws? What law? I know when you look out, right? I know when you look out at the stars, right? And you see how beautiful they are, especially if you don't have any light pollution where you live. The universe ain't nothing but pure chaos. It ain't nothing but pure chaos. And it's enough space for all laws to exist. Not just one set. All laws. There's enough space in space for all laws to exist. If I say every time I sneeze, I'm gonna get a blessing, it becomes a universal law because your body itself is made up of what? But that's self-mastery. I can assure you, anybody who says something is a law is simply trying to control the narrative of consciousness. If it's an absolute law, said doesn't chaos have an order too? No, it has a lifespan. Chaos has a lifespan, so it doesn't destroy peace and order. It has a lifespan, just like order has a lifespan. It will not always be peaceful. There will always be some chaos because from what you say consciously, there has to be a balance, which means nothing is whole. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is whole. Everything is a balance. Nothing is one because everything is dual in nature, right? It has to have both sides. It has a lifespan. You know what I'm saying? It has a lifespan, not an order. It just has a lifespan. After you've dealt with enough chaos, you're ready for a little bit more peace. So says the laws written by man. But what's crazy is even chaos itself is... how do I say it? Even chaos itself is a thing of perception. Because the warrior and the peaceful person view chaos different. Because for a peaceful person, war, arguments, tragedies, all that kind of stuff, right, is considered chaos. For the warrior, peace, silence, and happiness and joy. Well, no, not happiness and joy, but peace and silence. And when nothing's going on, that's their version of chaos. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a thing of perception in this world, which is why I said we can't be one, because there's a lot of people down here from a unique space, which means that we're not compatible with one another. And we cannot be compatible until we start accepting the fact that everybody is unique and different. A lot of people on this platform always say, because they're practicing escapism. Yeah, I said it. Anybody get offended, you can go tell your spiritual advisor about it, okay? Everybody's practicing escapism right now. So I always talk about getting the land and getting land and purchasing multiple plots of land, big plots, and building compounds for the people to get to so we can farm our own food. You know what I'm saying? Grow our own food, have our own livestock if you eat meat. You know what I'm saying? Live our lives as free as we want to. And everybody goes, oh, I'm with it. As if I'm actually going to let you come there knowing that we are incompatible, because now we'll have a war over what we think life should be lived like. And what's crazy is the community is doing this right now. Everybody's like, we should all go get some land. Then the war will be among us and not against the enemy. You have to be mature enough to understand what is not compatible with your journey. Said I have land on both sides, grandma and grandpa. Let me get a plot. Let me get a plot. You know what I'm saying? Just let me get a plot. Give me 5 acres. You know what I'm saying? And a hug. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a plot. But no, like, there has to be some type of maturity in your steps. You got to know what's not for you, because everything ain't for you. And people be like, no, everything is for me if I choose it. So you're afraid to talk to spirits, but everything is for you. So you want to be a medium, yeah? You really don't want that. You really don't want that. You're burnt out with interactions. How can you be an energy healer? Everything is not for you. And once you know what's not for you, everything that is for you starts to become more present in your life. Everything. But first, all contracts that bind you against what you're supposed to be have to be destroyed. And the fear of what's going to happen to you has to be let go of. Because trust me, what's coming for you is greater than what's been happening to you currently because of what you signed up for. I told y'all, contracts is one of my favorite. Because some people are so about contracts, right? That they try to force you to agree. And you're afraid to disagree because you know if you disagree, it ensures chaos. You tell me when I'm lying. It happens to you almost every day. Actually, there's a friend in your group right now that you ain't agreed with since y'all met, but because you don't want to cause no problem, you don't cause no problems in your circle. You just agree with shit all day, every day. My question to you is, how long will you put yourself in chaos to try to keep the peace amongst what you know for a fact you're incompatible with? How much longer? And since everybody is so desperate to figure out death, how much longer you think you got? Because you can die long before you die. Say it again. You can die long before you die. You let somebody kill your divinity, you are already dead. Already. You already gone. You already gone. You let somebody take your power from you, you already gone. You're not even here no more. And for those of you that feel like you aren't here anymore, you are the main people I was sent for, because most people that don't feel like they're here anymore have a major purpose. The goal of the enemy was to make you feel useless, so you're no longer useful. And I ain't with that shit. I ain't come to play. I'll fight whoever for your life. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You have purpose. And there's no more running from it. Especially the fact that your ass is in here. If you new here, you better ask about me. If you in here, you better ask about me. Ain't no use. You can't run no more. You ran into the right place today. You can't run no more. And the reason I'm saying that is because the truth is you don't need to. This is the first sign that you're safe to be you. Because if I told everybody to list what they believe in the comments, you'd understand that even amongst different people, you're safe. Matter of fact, real quick, everybody list what you believe in. Check this out. Because I know you believe you're amongst woke folks, right? And the religious folks think they're amongst religious folks. No. You're amongst all walks of life without chaos. I'm here to show you it's possible. Watch what everybody believe in. Look at the comments. You're going to be like, wow, look, a Christian, God's self, Jesus. Look at that, myself. I believe in the elements and energy. Hey, you need to feed the elementals. They've been feeling very unappreciated. I'm going to tell you that. The creator God, you spiritual. Come on now, universal truth. I like a bit of everything. Jesus, a higher power. Do you remember at a point in your woke journey, you were mad at Jesus? You in here with Jesus right now. Christians carry Jesus with them. Like what you gonna do? You mad? No, you can coexist, because what is for you is for you. What's not for you shouldn't shake you. It shouldn't move you. It shouldn't bother you. It shouldn't take you off your square. You believe in reincarnation. Come on now. Look at all it, bro. Look at all of this. Look at all of this. Brahman, Vishnu, Shiva. Bro, This is what I was sent to do. This is how I'm going to gather the people. I know a lot of y'all thinking right now, oh no, I didn't know that. A lot of you woke up today mad at something you claim to not even believe in anymore. Heal that. Let that go. Let that go. The contract been let you go, but you won't let go of that contract. If you're not a Christian no more, don't act like a Christian. You know what I'm saying? If you're not woke no more and you went back to being a Christian, be a Christian and be proud of what it is that you possess, because you signed that contract, which means you trust the laws and rules of said contract. And the only way to find out if something is for you is to see it all the way through. Maybe you're not getting results of what you believe in because what you believe in actually don't believe in you. You just trying stuff. The only person disappointed in your decisions is you. You embarrassed to be amongst the woke because you want to run back to religion. You're embarrassed to be amongst the religion or the religious because you want to run to the woke. Understand, everything is a personal, unique relationship. Your bond with God and source in the universe, or what I call the supreme architect, is nobody else's business. And as soon as we start understanding this, we can actually come together and create change in this world, the change that's supposed to happen. We won't have to fight amongst one another. We won't argue about whose God is stronger, because I don't really give a damn how strong you claim your God is when your walk is weak. I don't care. I don't care. Straight up. I don't give a damn. Jesus is the most powerful, then why are you walking around like you weak? The universe is powerful and it's got my back, then why are you walking around like you scared? So can you be woke and have a religion? Yes, because every religious text is simply the contract of that religion. I know woke Christians. Like woke, I'm talking about woke. They know what's really going on and they cling to their God still. You know why? Because it doesn't really matter what you believe in. It only matters what you apply. How do you deal with those who say we are too spiritual? Stop talking to them. The goal is to test you and throw you off your square. The goal is to test you and throw you off your square. Because the number one question they ask spiritual beings is, where's your evidence? Where's your evidence? But spirit itself ain't never manifested itself in a form and said, I am spirit. And nobody seeks evidence for that, but they believe in it. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to you and your path, they question everything you're doing. Where's your evidence? Religious folks go through the same thing every single day. Where's your evidence that Jesus ever existed? It ain't even about the evidence of the existence. It's about the evidence of the presence and the experience that I experienced with it in my life. Because I told y'all once, and I'm going to tell you again, experience is the only truth. Why do you think some people believe in Brahman, Vishnu, and Shiva? Because they experience that. Some people believe in the Buddhas because they experience that. People believe in Jesus because they experience that. They believe in Allah because they experience that. They believe in the Orisha because they experience that. You know what I'm saying? And we can't come against people's experiences because every religious text is based off of an experience and observation of it. So what's up with all the war, bruh? Because people want to be the head when there actually is no head. So what do you say if one has experienced all of that? If you've experienced like all the deities I've named, the only thing I need you to do is to reevaluate your position amongst the highest. Because I've experienced more than I'm telling people. Reevaluate your position amongst the highest. Simple. Simple. Maybe you've been feeling less than. And they've all been trying to tell you you're much greater. when you gonna believe it? when you gonna accept it? And I can't get on your head because it's still hard for me to accept how old I truly am. But I do it a little bit every day. And I get comfortable with it every day. But the first thing I had to do was put the war down. Once I put the war down, I seen that no matter, regardless of what's going on in the world, regardless of who feels what type of way about whatever, just because people are angry at one another for the way they believe doesn't mean I have to join in on their war. How can I see myself for what I really am if I'm killing myself to prove someone else's point? What do you think of baptism? It's a ritual/contract. Said when you say the spirit, there are many spirits. I know, because we are many spirits. The good and the bad are all a mode of perception. You know what I'm saying? They're all a mode of perception. There's many spirits. I work with many spirits. Some of them nobody will ever know of because I only need to know of them because they're only of use when it comes to my life. You know what I'm saying? But baptism is a contract. Prayer is communication. Worship is setting the atmosphere. Okay? You say, how do we find where our souls come from? By asking, where does my soul come from? Where does my soul come from? And use your discernment when the answer comes. Because asking that question without having proper protection leaves you open to be answered by whatever's fully present in your reality right now. But some of you are so old. I didn't go into attack mode. No. I haven't attacked you yet. I promise you, I'm not. None of that. The difference in belief, similar or not, is irrelevant to me. I'm not even here to compare beliefs or what I believe in. What I'm here to today to talk about is spiritual contracts. That's it. Says, so do I. My spirit team is deep. Mine too. But what's crazy is you haven't met half of your spirit team. You ain't met half. Because they come when necessary. Say empath, how to protect your energy. You missed the empath ritual. You missed it. Don't worry. It's going to be on my YouTube. Wild Wealthy Shaman. Wild Wealthy Shaman. Wild Wealthy Shaman. All one word. I didn't put Christians on the block. I use Christians as an example because Christians are always under attack. I'm explaining a religion I came from. I'm allowed to do so. I'm not confrontational. I think you're confused about what I was saying. And instead of saying I'm confused about what you were saying, you're projecting. I don't know why you... I don't know. That's no me, baby. That's no me. Because there's Christians in here who know for a fact I ain't put them on a chopping block. I ain't put them on nothing. That's no me, baby. Well, let's get to part two. So I want y'all to pick a contract you want to break. Just pick one. Because trying to take them all down, like I'm going to break this and 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 I'm going to break this. Whoa. Like, whoa. Like, whoa. Like, whoa. Calm down. I told you there are things that pop up because of you breaking certain contracts. So calm down. I want everybody to take a moment and I want you to think. What contracts am I under that are controlling my divinity? Okay? Said I couldn't even wear my wig for a couple days. I told y'all I was coming for them wigs. Y'all play with me. I will steal your wigs. I do not care. Then what you gonna put on your head? Now you gotta go out with your hair looking like a dirty tennis ball. You know what I'm saying? Now what you gonna do? I'm trying to talk to the deity that made their self known. Who was it, Vontre, if you don't mind me asking? What if you're unsure of which ones to choose? Then choose the one that's limiting your power. Oh my God. I'm just gonna go ahead and block you. I'm not the one that's gonna heal your Christian traumas, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and block you. No, screw that. I blocked them. Screw muting them. That's it. That's it. Because what really happened, even within that conversation, was gonna be a contract. Y'all seen how I kept trying to avoid it. Now that it can't be avoided, go ahead and block you. And I'm not sorry about it. I don't debate. I don't debate. I haven't thrown not one bit of anger at Christians. I used to be angry at Christians. Then I let it go. like one day I just woke up and I was like, I'm not angry at Christians. I'm angry at my experience as a Christian. I'm angry at how I watched my mother suffer and still dedicate herself to the church. I'm angry at that. I'm angry at the experience, not Christians. I'm not even angry at Jesus. Not angry at nothing. Because what's creepy, I know a lot of woke folks don't want to hear this because y'all claim Jesus don't exist, but for the Christians in here, they'll agree with me. Jesus loves the shiznit out of me. Because regardless of walking away from Christianity, I still walk in my anointing. Because I'm anointed regardless. I'm going to get that on a shirt. I'm anointed regardless. Regardless. Okay, so pick a contract. Vontre, you said it was Oya. Well, the first thing you got to do, Vontre, because when you talking like, especially to the Orisha, because you know them my road dogs right there, bro, the Orisha. But yeah, when you talking to the Orisha, the first thing I want you to do before you try to go overboard and go, Oya, I worship you. No, if Oya's trying to communicate and Oya's trying to connect with you, what I want you to do, Vontre, is actually light a candle for her. Just a candle, simple, but add a prayer to the candle. Say, Oya, I'm not sure what it is that you want from me. I'm not sure why you're contacting me, but I would like to understand what it is that you want from me. I would like to understand why you're here, and I would like to get to know you better. Start, because most people jump in the bed with deities without building the relationship. And then next thing you know, you and that deity not really getting along. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really getting along. And now you got some extra problems in your life. Okay? But contracts are unlimited. Okay? Contracts are unlimited, so just pick one. Pick a contract. Pick one. Just pick a contract. Any contract. Don't make it difficult. Just pick the most pressing one. Are you under a contract with a curse? That's a contract. What if you don't know one? Think about the limitations. Okay? Think about your limitations. It's the only time I'm going to ask you to really think about your limitations. Excuse me. Think about your limitations. Anything you feel limited by, that's what I want you to write on this piece of paper. I break the contract that keeps me from my power. That's good. It's a blanket statement. It's pretty general. But what's going to happen, especially after I play this incantation, you're going to start seeing the limitations. You're going to start seeing what's holding you back from your power. But I need you to answer and respond to that with maturity. I'm afraid of letting people in. That's a contract as well. Yep, because that's fear. Fear is an ugly ass contract, I swear. Fear is. You're welcome. And make sure you send your donation when you listen to it on YouTube, whenever I post it. I'm so behind on posting on YouTube. It's really hard to keep up with YouTube. And I'll get y'all donations after we finish the portion of this contract. Can it be my children? It depends. Yes, you can break the contract with fear, but don't break the contract with fear if you're going to wake up tomorrow scared to go for what you really want out of life. See, fear is a very broad thing. It's a very, very broad thing, okay? It's very broad. You don't think you fear something until you've met something that makes you shake, that make your knees shake, that make you feel nervous. Then all of a sudden you build up a fear against it. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to break the contract with fear, make sure you're not going to wake up tomorrow afraid, because tomorrow you might find opportunities you've never seen before after this ritual. You feel me? And if you're going to cower in fear, why did you break it anyway? Again, for those that don't know what to write, but you feel a limitation on your power, what you run a 444 on my clock, shit. What you want to write on your piece of paper is, I break the contract with the things that limit my power. I break the contract with the things that limit my power, or however you word it, but the same thing. Taking you to the kitchen with me. What you cooking? What you in there chefing up on? What you in there chefing up on? One time, I gotta play this before I even play the incantation. Because while I play the incantation, I want y'all to relax and just listen. Whatever you write, because whatever you write, I'm about to snap it in half. Okay? You want to break the contract with grief. Okay? Said the contract of loss of a loved one 10 years ago, limiting a lot over my life. You want to break the contract with grief. Okay? You want to break, because sometimes grief itself stays longer than it should. Grief is a part of death, okay? You feel a little bit of grief, even if it was only for a moment or it's extended. But when it starts to hinder your life altogether, it's because you got comfortable in your grief state. So you want to write, I break my contract with grief. Contract blocking my finances. I break the contract with poverty. Poverty consciousness, to be specific, because no matter how much is coming against you in life, it's your mindset that's controlling your money. No, just one. I told you, because if you put more than one, you might deal with some chaos. I'm not trying to cause nobody chaos. But this work specifically is one that I'm bringing back. So y'all can come get this work from me personally. But stay here, because these are donation-based rituals. You can afford this one. But I assure you, because a donation is whatever you can afford and however you feel this live meant to you. You know what I'm saying? How much it actually meant to you will define your donation today, if you can send one. But to work with me personally on rituals is $150 and up. So just pick one thing and stay right here today. Okay? Just let me play this real quick, because I want to bob. Because this is one of them sub. I got to shake my own head out of this. Yep, all of that will be posted, my PayPal and all that, when I get to that part and I ask for it. What about unfulfilling and unhappy relationships? You want to say, I break the contract with lacking relationships. So the relationships are lacking something. Even if they have one part of it fulfilled, there's something major they're lacking on the other end. So you want to break the contract with lacking relationships. Hell yes, you will burn this. And I'll give you the code shortly. I break the contract with poverty consciousness. Says scared of starting a fire. Is there another way to get rid of the paper? Yeah, you can bury it. But pay attention to the instructions on what I want you to say when you get rid of it. Because this is all about authority. I'm all about authority. You can write it on ancestor money. Say, what about self-doubt? That's exactly how you write it. I break the contract with self-doubt. And watch confidence flood into your life. Woo! That's why I gotta play this before I play the incantation. Because I gotta shake this off. Today was heavy for me. I'm like... Yeah, you can do this at a different time, but you got to watch it on YouTube for when I do the incantation. Or, excuse me, or wait for the code, because I'm going to empower the code, right? And when I empower the code, you just take that code, because it'll still be charged up. You take that code, and when you do perform this, you write that code on the paper, okay? All right, let's get to this incantation. Let's get to this incantation. And I just want y'all to sit and listen while you write, of course. Hold on, I gotta make sure the volume right. I don't ever want to get on my neighbor's nerves. Said I gotta catch up and move in house. You moving? You got a new crib? You got a new spizzot? Got a new spizzot? Okay. Congrats. But yeah, you're going to write this on a piece of paper, okay? To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. Yes. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. Yes. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, can't make me. Nope. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. Yes. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. Yes. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. Yes. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, can't make me. Nope. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. Yes. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. Yes. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. Yes. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. Facts. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. Yes. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed. Yes, this will definitely aid and help when you find your purpose. I'm changing the plan. If you wrote, I break the contract with everything that's keeping me from my power. The ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. Facts. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. Yes. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free.
Stuck in a bind, you can't make me.
Nope.
My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me.
Facts.
I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement.
Yes.
I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning.
Yes.
The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental.
I'm creating a code. Sorry, give me a minute.
Simple, they led me astray. They got in the way. They're holding me captive. They're making me stay. I break
yes,
free.
write your name on the paper.
Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice. Rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word. I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind. I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free. My life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning.
Yes.
The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free,
I break free.
Stuck in a bind, you can't make me.
Stuck in a bind, you can't make me.
Empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me.
Yes.
I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement.
Yes.
I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free.
Stuck in a bind, you can't make me.
My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me.
Said 4 people have tried to call me since the start of the ritual. Well, I'm glad you didn't respond.
Word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind. I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts.
Well, let me give you this code. 628352.
Changing the meaning. The ones that are
628352.
The ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break
628352.
Stuck in a bind, you can't make me.
Write that if you have to go. And moderators, when you're ready, you can share all my payment links for donations. But I want y'all to sit with this for a while too.
I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind. I'm changing
I'll be back.
The plan. I'm changing the
Can't be sitting down too long now. If your legs fall asleep, how you supposed to wake them up?
They got in the way. They're holding me captive. They're making
But I need to get up and move.
I break free. Stuck in the bind.
But yeah, keep writing. Keep writing. Keep listening. Keep letting this sound into you for what you want to break with the contract. If you at home and you got space, get up and move.
My life, my design.
Get up and move. Can't nothing hold you down no
all
more.
The contract signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan.
I'm changing the meaning.
The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental.
Yeah, moderators, put my payment links in the comments. Y'all watch out for those. Send your donations for today's ritual. But keep your ass moving too. Don't play.
My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice.
If you're a Christian and you're watching this and you like, I don't know how to get into rituals and do all of this kind of crazy stuff, I just want you to say, when you finish listening, in Jesus' name, stick to yours.
I'm changing my mind.
Only one thing. Because breaking multiple things at one time can cause you chaos, and that's not what I'm here to do. Okay? Pay attention to my moderators. They're going to tell you. And don't piss them off or they're gonna block you.
Stuck in a bind, can't
And I can't do nothing about
My
that.
life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design, to all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay, I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm showing I'm made, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design, to all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design, to all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design, to all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design, to all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design, to all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design, to all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design, to all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design, to all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design, to all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement.
Yes.
I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning.
Yes.
The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement.
Facts.
I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan.
I'm changing the meaning.
The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me.
Facts.
My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure.
When I say stuck in a bind, you can't make me, that's you taking your authority back. That's my favorite part of this incantation, this spell.
I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning.
Yes.
The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan. I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, and
my bad.
My voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line, forward behind. I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract can bind, I'm free I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free.
Gotta make the drum fit on the couch between my legs.
My choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract in mind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free. I like my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract in mind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free. I like my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract in mind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free. I like my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement.
Sweats.
I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract in mind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free. My life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract in mind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free. My life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I'm needed. No contract in mind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free. My life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in the bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions
All right,
create
all
me.
right.
I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract in mind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free. My life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement.
Yes.
I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan.
I'm changing the meaning.
The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free.
Stuck in a bind, you can't make me.
My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice.
Decisions create me.
I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract in mind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind. I'm free to be free. My life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it. No contract in mind, I'm free and divine. I'm Xing the line, forward, behind.
You got it, you got it.
Free. My life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement.
Facts.
I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan.
I'm changing the meaning.
The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that are forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay.
I break free, I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me.
My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement.
Yes.
I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing
the meaning. Yes.
The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that were forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free.
Stuck in the bind, you can't make me.
My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it, no contract can bind.
I gotta tell y'all what I see when this ends.
Forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my
But y'all wonder why my face looking like this. I'll explain in a minute though.
The ones that are verbal, the ones
Greetings,
that are
beautiful.
mental,
How are you?
The ones that are simple, they led me astray. They got in the way. They're holding me captive. They're making me stay. I break free. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice. Rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that were forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay.
I break free, I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me.
My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me.
Yes.
I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that were forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray.
Get up and dance, Christina. Don't go to sleep this time.
I break free.
Not this time.
Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it, no contract can bind, I'm free and divine, I'm exiting the line, forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that were forced, the ones that are simple, they led me astray, they got in the way, they're holding me captive, they're making me stay. I break free, I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice, rejoice, empower my voice, decisions create me. I stand firm on my word, I'm sure and I mean it, no contract can bind, I'm free.
Yes, you can still burn yesterday's ritual.
Forward behind, I'm free to be free, my life, my design. To all of the contracts signed, this will revoke the agreement. I'm changing my mind, I'm changing the plan, I'm changing the meaning. The ones that are verbal, the ones that are mental, the ones that
I'm getting sturdy over here. You foolish.
They got in the way. They're holding me captive. They're making me stay. I break free. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. My life is my choice. Rejoice, empower my voice. Decisions create me. I stand firm on my word. I'm sure and I mean it. No contract can bind. I'm free and divine. I'm exiting the line. Forward behind. I'm free to be free. My life, my design.
Okay. Yeah. That part when I wrote it, while I was writing it, I felt myself be broken out of certain things. I break free. I break free. Stuck in a bind, you can't make me. Like, bruh, because it was like standing up to every entity that thought they had control. I'm telling you, I promise you. Hold on, because now I got to tell y'all why my face was like that. I would love to explain it to you. And I don't know who that was but it was multitudes of people behind me. But it was you people, you all, not you people. I know that sounds strange. But I saw a lot of you standing behind me, like cowering in fear. And I was looking out in this broad space full of entities. And the entities were trying to get a hold of you. You know what I'm saying? This is what I saw. You know what I'm saying? That's why my face was like, because I knew today's ritual would cause trouble in the realms. I just don't care. I'm not afraid, because if there is any absolute law in existence, it's that you deserve to be a sovereign soul. You deserve to be free. And anything coming against your freedom has no place in your life. And so I'm looking at y'all entities like, no, that's it. You no longer have that hold on them. Come what may, I'll whoop your ass. Like, come what may. Like, I'm not really worried or afraid of it. What I'm afraid of is you not actually being free. That's what I'm afraid of. You know what I'm saying? That's what I fear, if I fear anything. Like, I'm like, man, do you know what happens if you stay in this bind? You stay trapped in what they call the matrix. Because the matrix is not life. The matrix is the contracts you're under that live in the background or the void that you'll never see, that you'll never notice, that you could never touch, or at least that's what they want you to think. And we just touch the hell out of them. We just touch the hell out of them because I need y'all to practice more in y'all authority. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be afraid. Stop being afraid of breaking free and be more afraid of remaining in captivity. Bars. I'm telling you, every time I say something, my music doesn't break. I think I make music so I can talk over it. And we vibing. Free from the contract. Goodness and contrast. All that, it won't last. That was your last time. Trying to control me. Yeah. You can't control me. I know today was a little different. Y'all, but y'all stuck it out. Y'all stuck it out. I'm so proud of y'all, bruh. Thank you for all the gifts. I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all stuck it out. I was sure everybody was gonna run today. Like, oh, he's crazy. He done lost his mind. I ain't even lost my mind yet. I ain't even went there yet. Trust me. I ain't even went there yet. Trying to let y'all unwind. That's why I'm trying not to say too much. Said you beat the top of my head in today. It's all, I love you though. You know what I'm saying? I love you, T. I love you. You're welcome. Said I saw this old lady run out and she had red eyes. I also saw 5 candies by my bedroom door. I'm talking about kicking everything out. No, you can burn them whenever you're ready. Get rid of it how you can. Burning or burying. Don't try to flush it down the toilet. Stop putting that kind of stuff in the pipeline, okay? Everybody got to touch that water that you flush in. Don't do that. Yes, any ritual I post on YouTube, if you missed it, you can do it. Said I feel so good. Thank you for this. You're most welcome. That's why I keep telling y'all, invite people out for these rituals. I ain't playing. I'm trying to grow my platform. I'm trying to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready in a sense of I'm no longer afraid of my mission. Come what may, I'm going to tell the truth. You can do whatever with the ashes. Throw them away. If you feel like you're about to pass out, go drink some water. Yeah, things are going to be a little different for y'all after today. Pay attention to the people that try to bind you to the contract you just broke. Yeah, the protection ritual is going to be up soon also. I promise you. I promise you. I got you. Make sure y'all send over y'all donations for today's ritual. I got to remind you. I wouldn't be a businessman if I didn't remind you. And I wouldn't be a spiritualist if I didn't request exchange. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what tomorrow's ritual is going to be. I don't know. I haven't decided. But I need to tell y'all so y'all can get prepared. If you have a headache, don't worry. It'll subside. It'll subside. Said, would you say these are contracts as well? Yes. I never said all contracts aren't bad. I just said just make sure you know what's in your contract before you sign it. And signing a contract to break contracts is just a tool to help you continue to break contracts. Looks like we'll be working on shielding tomorrow. Looks like we'll be working on shielding tomorrow. And then the next day after that, we'll do addictions. Addiction's gonna be something else. Addictions is gonna be something else. Said my flame was so big today. That's cause you a big flame, Mama Earth. You ain't know it. You ain't even know it. Yeah, tomorrow's shielding. 29 days to go. Man, today was day 20. Can y'all believe it? Can y'all believe? Yes, all addictions. I ain't finna touch on a few. I'm gonna touch on as many as I can. And then we're gonna start the extraction of the connection to the addiction. It's amazing the work I can do on addictions. But tomorrow is shielding. And then the next day is addiction. So somebody text me that so I remember what the next day is. Because I'll remember tomorrow is shielding, but then the next day I'll draw a blank. So tomorrow's shielding and the next day addiction. And then maybe after that we'll have a lighter ritual like the maximum money ritual. Or maybe we'll do the money tree ritual again. You know what I'm saying? Something like maybe. It depends on how the addiction ritual goes. I didn't forget about alchemy. If you've really been paying attention during these ritual days, we've been performing alchemy in the spiritual sense. So don't trust me, I ain't forget about alchemy. Alchemy is going to be fun and funny because it's actually quite simple. But I want to break down the process and I want to introduce everybody to their own unique school of alchemy because alchemy has its own school for each person trying to use it. Okay? You can throw the ashes outside. You can throw them in the trash as long as you burned it. Yeah, alchemy's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun day. I might have to go to my little whiteboard over there for that with my little marker. You know what I'm saying? Say you got me locked to the end of the 52 days. Oh yeah, this about to be crazy. This is day 23. Can you imagine? I know y'all like, is this man gonna run out of stuff to talk about? Nope. Nope, because when I do run out, it's like being refilled. Yep, tomorrow's shielding. We're gonna talk about how to build shields. We're gonna talk about how to destroy old shields and we're gonna program new shields, okay? The programming of the new shield is gonna feel good. Because we're going to talk about absolute law tomorrow. Yes, you could burn it later. Please don't burn it in the airport. Please don't. Don't go to jail. Yeah, it pretty much is unlimited what I can discuss. Unlimited. I really don't have a limit. I used to be afraid to talk. That's all that was. We just bust 400K likes. Let's go. Said I heard some shields can block abundance. That's why we're going to talk about how to build them. And we're going to talk about it from many different standpoints. But I can't wait to talk about the shield from the medieval standpoint. How some shields weren't just shields, but they were actually weapons within themselves. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, some shields were very lightweight, but very heavy when they're used, like the brunt force of them. Some of them were very heavy because they weren't meant to move. They were meant to be stuck in the ground to stand behind. There's so many different types of shields, but when we speak about it spiritually, the shield is really unlimited. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock p.m. CST. Y'all make sure y'all send them donations over before you go. Don't try to leave up out of here. And don't leave before I dismiss. Like, don't leave before I do the protection prayer. Like, come on now. Nope, it don't matter how you burn the paper. Hell, if you burn the paper, make sure you burn it with an angry look on your face. Because you're tired of being held down from things when you're a sovereign soul. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these pictures in real quick. Because I ain't got no sense. I will get up off of here and be like, all right, y'all, holla. Take the picture, Mike. Said, let's get the 500K today, y'all. Oh, you pushing it. We at the low end of 400,000. Hey, if the people can do it, if y'all can double tap the screen like crazy while they get these screenshots and I dismiss. If we can make it to 500K likes, that would be amazing. No, don't use money oil while you're burning against poverty. You don't want to add any boost to poverty. Don't use money oil. Get these. Take the picture, Mike. Yeah, I'm gonna get my sexy ass smile one time. You know, it ain't easy being sexy. You feel me? You feel me? It's Portal Gang or nothing. It's Portal Gang or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Sensei. The mug of a God King. The I'm careless because I stand firm in my power. I call this one neutral. I call this one, I'm shocked you didn't know you were sovereign. I call this one just stating the obvious. I call this one, if you were a booger, I'd pick you first. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I just had to be goofy. Oh yeah, we can't forget Lock Pop. I'm gonna start doing this one often. Don't forget Lock Pop. Come with me. Hail Mary. Take a couple poses with my locks though. Oh yeah, let's get these numbers. How many shares we make today? 228 shares. No disrespect to the religious folks in here, because I know y'all hate to hear profanity, but my favorite pose of them all. Fuck you if you don't like it. Where we at? Almost 450K? All right, let's have a double tap-a-thon. Yeah! Now let's have a double tap-a-thon. Double tap like crazy for the next 30 seconds. Everybody in here. Don't want to see no thumb sitting still. I can't see your thumb anyway. Let's have a double tap-a-thon. Let's get it to 500,000 likes before I get up off of here. Ready, set, go. Y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. Let's go. Said the flute going in. That's my favorite instrument on this beat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go crazy. Let's go. Bless your thumbs. Bless your thumbs. Bless your thumbs. Let's go. We moving. We moving. Come on, we got 30 more to go. 30 more to go. 30,000 more to go. Mm-hmm. 20,000 more taps. Yep, I like it like that. I like it when all my likes stack. Get back. Cause they ain't fucking with it. They ain't fucking with it. They could get mad if they want to. Please tell me what they gon' do. Cause I'ma keep sharing the truth and I'ma share it with you. What the hell they gonna do? Yeah! Cause we be chillin', I be spitting knowledge, making killing. And if you catch it, then maybe it'll resonate. My knowledge at a higher stake. And it's the barbecue. I got the freshness on the grill. I'm showing y'all that I got the skills. I'm the next top guru, and that's how I'ma kill. And I'ma do whatever I want. That's how I feel. And I'ma make a meal and share it with the people. And I'ma take my foot and I'ma stomp it on the evil. You call me Knievel, the way that I be jumping over bullshit. Hit all these idiots with bull whips and I don't even like them. But I'ma keep it moving. Watch what I'm doing. 500K in the building. Let's go! Bars. Let's go! Thank you. Y'all can stop now. Save some strength in your thumbs for tomorrow. Save some strength in your thumbs for tomorrow. Everybody calm down. I want to see the likes slowing down now. Y'all really be going in. They like, okay, let's do it. Shh, everybody calm down. Shout out to my moderators. Always showing love in the building. Moderators, before I go, share my payment links one more time for the donation for today's ritual. Tell them stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Your spirit guides love a God King just like me. Nobody could do it just like me. And I'm going to show you a bunch of different things. And I'm going to show you how to live out your dreams and how to avoid them schemes. And my team's so hard and we go so far. You rub the lamp, come out the genie, and I'm like Jafar, cause I get real dark when the lights being messed with. They know not who to mess with, and they don't know who I am, but they gon' know who I is, and I'ma do what I want and get it how I live. My freestyle suck, but I don't give a, cause I'ma spit till you hate it, until you get enough, and I'm up, and it's stuck. Even when it gets rough, yup, I get tough. Ain't no down days, and ain't no way your ass could downplay my frequency, unless you wanna become my enemy, and if you wanna be that, then you can get back. But yeah. To my moderators, I love y'all, man. Y'all deal with the craziness. But remember what happened earlier, moderators? I'm gonna need y'all to be on that a lot quicker. If somebody trying to be argumentative with me, just block their old musclehead asses. I don't got time for it, bro. Just block them. But y'all did an amazing job today. To all my subscribers, I love y'all. Y'all did an amazing job today. And to everybody who tapped the screen, you got a 6-pack on both of your thumbs. And I'm telling everybody, I thank you so much. To all the people who participated and commented, I thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? They actually tell me how many people were like clicking, like double tapping and commenting. So I get to look at the stats when I leave the live. Y'all really be going in, bruh. For all the people that just followed me, that you new to the function. If you don't know who I am, I don't know how you don't know who I am, but I can tell you who I am. Do you know who I am? I don't know if you know who I am. Let me see if it's some flute left. Fuck that, I'm gonna go back. You don't know who I am? Let me show you who I am, who I be. It go ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. And every time it ching, money comes to me. It all flows in so abundantly. From the top, left, right, and up under me. Wave, 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 I'm a money wave. Money flow, money made. Flowing in and out, plus money saved. Debt, all debt is paid. Look, my money aggressive, it coming so rapidly, flowing so happily. That's how I be coming in, never be slowing. My money be growing, finances unfrozen. My pockets is open to all the money coming in. Sprint. Yeah, my money quick, I'm catching every cent, cause I'm a magnetic money clip. Every single dollar coming in, I'm multiplying it. Money flying in, times 10 like a pilot. I be guiding it, checks. I be getting checks. Flowing like water, yeah, my money wet. Swimming in the ocean of the money, I be floating and I'm quick to make a money. I'm a money jet. What? That's who I am. That lit diddly you hear floating around? That's me. You know what it is. Don't trip. We are going to have the money ritual. And y'all know what I do on Money Mantra Ritual days. For those of you who are new here, on Money Mantra Ritual days, after we talk about money, because we're going to talk about money and how it's connected spiritually. After we talk about money, then I have everybody send their donation in for the ritual to me first, because it's me first. You know what I'm saying? It's me season, like it's you season. And then after that, I have everybody put their cash apps in the comments and send each other a blessing. Oh yeah, we have a blessing train on Money Mantra days, okay? It's going to be a movie, I promise you. It's a movie every time, actually. Yeah. So yeah, let's get ready to dismiss though. Let's get ready to dismiss. Again, I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all, bruh. Y'all really did y'all thing today. Y'all showed up and showed out. And I hope we can grow from here. I'm talking about 10,000 people watching, going in, being broken free. You know what I'm saying? We own. Said I got a picture. Take the picture, Mike. Let's get ready to dismiss, though. And don't forget, I will be open to doing contract work. Y'all know my prices for it. It's not on my website yet because I don't feel like putting it on there yet because I don't want everybody to be like, let me send my payment in for a contract. He'll do it right away. Hell nah. Everybody chill out. First, I need you to get a consultation with me so we can see how I can help you before you say he gonna help me. Because if I don't want to help you, I ain't doing it. Okay? Get somebody else to do it. Somebody wrote ching ching in Memphis at the bar in the bathroom. You gotta take a picture of that for me. That's one of my greatest moments in social media history. So yeah. So yeah. Oh, you got it? Send it to my Instagram. I gotta see that. But yeah, let's do this protection prayer and I'm gonna let y'all go. Tomorrow, 3:00 p.m. CST, we will be doing a shielding ritual. Tomorrow I'm gonna tap into your creative juices. We're gonna get them flowing because tomorrow you're gonna build your own shield. And I'm gonna activate it. Okay? Okay, let's do it. Protection, protection. I declare protection against all entities who are against my perfection. Any hiding within, you are now ejected. Any energy in the wrong, you are now corrected. Protection, protection. I declare protection. I call upon the powers of my heavenly sections. I declare myself cloaked to be unseen by the unseen. I declare myself safe from the unclean. I declare a shield around me that can't be penetrated by anything. Protection, protection. I declare protection. Anything that tries to penetrate it gets instant rejection. I declare it reflected back to its source, a quadruple dose of its infection. Protection, protection. I declare protection. And it is so because of my I am presence. Ashe, Amin, Amun, Amen. So mote it be. And so it is. In the name of Jesus, all praises to the Most High. All praise and honor to the Supreme Architect, Ashe Olodumare. You know what I'm saying? Praise and honor to the Orisha, Ashe Eshu, Ashe Oshun, Ashe Shango, Ashe Oya, Ashe Babaluaye, hey, Ashe Ogun, Ashe Yemaya. Thank you to my spirit team. With your innumerable asses, thank you. Another successful ritual, another group of beings set free from all binds, and I give all praises and honor to all of you. Ashe. But I'll see y'all tomorrow, 3:00 p.m. CST. Don't be late. Or I'm coming to steal all your wigs. I'm not playing. I will come get them. I will wish your wigs some misfortune. Just your wigs. Every time you put a wig on, it's going to go crooked all on its own. When you roll the windows down in your car, your wig going to flee from you. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right? I love y'all 360. Peace.